What's up, guys? When the name Batman comes up, everyone thinks of a lone, dark, and angry knight who executes justice from the shadows. But there's a big truth behind the scenes in Gotham. Batman is not alone. Over the years, Batman has formed a team, a family whose members are much more than simple sidekicks. They are the arms of justice, the psychological anchors, and the most important defense barrier for Gotham against madness. Today, we're here to give you the most complete and in-depth introduction to the Bat family. From the very first Robin to the most eccentric member, we want to see why these individuals are vital for the survival of both Batman and Gotham, and what unique role each one plays in this violent family. So grab a pen and paper, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the depths of DC's darkest family. The history of the Bat family goes beyond a simple team. It's the story of Bruce Wayne's psychological evolution. Everything started in 1940 with the arrival of Dick Grayson, the first Robin. Bruce initially brought him in to heal his own emotional wounds, but Dick became his conscience. In the 1980s, with the arrival of Jason Todd, the family entered a dark era, as Jason's death by the Joker was Batman's greatest failure and the beginning of his absolute solitude. The 1990s saw the family enter a strategic and informational phase with the arrival of Tim Drake, the third Robin and Mastermind, and the transformation of Barbara Gordon into Oracle. This core group was completed in the following decades with the addition of Cassandra Kane, Stephanie Brown, and finally Damian Wayne, Batman's biological son. In every era, the Bat family has evolved and grown stronger, so much so that today this group has become a complex global organization with members like Nightwing, Batwoman, and Signal, who are not just for fighting, but are vital for maintaining the mental health and hope in Gotham. Let's go straight to introducing the members of this group. But before we jump in, you should know, guys, throughout comic history, many people have been members of the Bat family, but some were only members once or had a very fleeting presence. So we're only going to introduce and analyze those who had a significant and important presence in the team. Without further ado, let's meet the members of this crew. Batman, Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is not only the hero of Gotham, but the founder, architect, and main pillar of all Bat family operations, providing all the financial, technological, and training resources. He is an unparalleled master of strategy, tactics, and detective work, and all the family's strict moral rules revolve around him. However, due to his severe childhood trauma, Batman is always at risk of isolation and turning into an angry monster. He built this large family to save himself from this darkness. Batman needs the brighter, more passionate members of his team to preserve humanity and hope within him, and this family plays an important role in his psychological stability. He is physically at his peak, and despite claiming to be alone, needs this family for his emotional balance.
Alfred Pennyworth. Alfred Pennyworth is the most important non-combat member and the pulsing heart of the Bat family, whose role goes beyond that of a simple butler. He is, in effect, Bruce Wayne's godfather and shares the deepest emotional connection with every member of the family. Alfred is a trained surgeon, an excellent advisor, and the psychological pillar of all operations, always ready to assist. He is the one who reminds Bruce and the Robins of humanity and ethics, and he is considered the most important point of hope in Gotham's darkness. Alfred's duty is to heal their physical and psychological wounds and ensure that Bruce Wayne does not fall into depression and isolation. Without Alfred's unwavering management and support, the Batcave and this entire family would have collapsed over the years. Nightwing. Dick Grayson was Bruce Wayne's first and most successful protege and the first Robin, known as the conscience and older brother of the family. He is a skilled acrobat whose fighting style is more flexible and full of acrobatic movements. Nightwing managed to maintain all of Batman's skills while rising above Gotham's darkness to establish his own independent identity as the hero of Bloodhaven. Unlike Batman, he knows how to be happy and trust people, and is much healthier psychologically. Dick often plays the role of mediator between Batman and the more rebellious members, like Jason and Damian, acting as the team's moral compass to ensure the family doesn't stray from its ethical path. Red Hood, Jason Todd. Jason Todd was the second Robin, whose fate became Bruce Wayne's darkest failure and heaviest psychological burden. After being brutally killed by the Joker and violently resurrected via the Lazarus Pit, he chose the aggressive identity of Red Hood. Red Hood believes in using firearms, unlike the other family members, and openly violates Batman's red line of not killing criminals. With the deep trauma and rage from his death and Batman's perceived betrayal, he became one of the most volatile and rebellious elements in the family. Jason is a constant challenge to Batman's ethics and always raises the question, what happens if superheroes take one step further? Robin, Tim Drake. Robin Tim Drake was the third Robin who, unlike the previous two, is primarily known for his intelligence and genius, earning him the title of the family's detective mastermind. He was the only person who independently discovered the identities of Batman and Dick Grayson, and observing Batman's isolation after Jason Todd died, he chose the Robin identity to save Batman. Tim represents the team's brain and logic, and he often handles vital tasks such as information gathering, hacking, and strategic support. His intelligence and detective skills are almost equal to Batman's, and this balanced logic has made him one of the most balanced and stable members of the family. Robin Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne, the biological son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, represents the new generation and is the last Robin, possessing a completely unique personality. He was trained from childhood by the League of Assassins, and this background has made him the most skilled and fierce combatant in the family in terms of martial arts and sword fighting. Damian is very arrogant, stubborn, and initially inclined to kill, which was a huge challenge to Batman's ethics. His presence forced Batman to confront the serious concept of fatherhood and raising a child for the first time. His tense relationship with Batman and his deep bond with Dick Grayson, who helped humanize him, are the most important features of this member's storyline.
Oracle. Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's daughter and the first Batgirl, is the most vital and powerful support member in the Bat family. After being attacked and injured by the Joker, she chose the Oracle identity, becoming the central intelligence hub and main hacker of the team. Barbara provides instantaneous technical and strategic support by accessing all communication networks and satellites, making her the family's greatest non-physical asset. She also leads the Birds of Prey team and acts as a solid pillar for Nightwing and Batman. Oracle is the mastermind behind Batcave operations and ensures that the heroes are always one step ahead of the enemies. Spoiler: Stephanie Brown. Stephanie Brown, the daughter of a minor villain named Cluemaster, first entered Gotham as the vigilante Spoiler to foil her father's criminal plots. Due to her high enthusiasm, she temporarily served as Robin at one point and also spent time as Batgirl. Stephanie represents determination, toughness, and strong willpower in the Bat family, as she lacked the rigorous training and initial financial resources of others. She has a cheerful, optimistic, yet tough personality that shows you only need love for this city and a strong will to protect Gotham. She is a reliable and motivated member of the Bat family's subsidiary teams and operations. Catwoman, Selina Kyle. Selina Kyle, known as Catwoman, is a master thief, an infiltration expert, and the unpredictable element in Batman's orbit. Although she is not a full-time member with clear rules in the Bat family, her complex and deep emotional relationship with Bruce Wayne places her at the heart of the family. She often represents the gray area of Gotham, fluctuating between hero and villain. With her exceptional acrobatic and thieving skills, Selina is sometimes a crucial ally for Batman, returning to his side in moments of crisis. She is a reminder that Bruce Wayne can have a normal emotional life and is an important factor in the emotional dynamics of Batman's family. Batwoman, Kate Kane. Batwoman is the daughter of Colonel Jacob Kane and a relative of Bruce Wayne, playing a significant role as an independent yet allied force in the Bat family. She has a military background and a strong motivation to fight crime due to a traumatic past experience. Kate employs a very military, aggressive, and disciplined fighting style and often appears in larger-scale operations or when confronting supernatural threats. She usually pursues an independent storyline, but collaborates with Batman and other family members when necessary. Batwoman represents the military and organized aspect of the fight against crime in Gotham and strictly adheres to her own principles. Huntress, Helena Bertinelli. Huntress is descended from one of Gotham's major mafia families and witnessed her family's murder by mobsters, which drove her to become a violent vigilante. She initially administered her own justice using deadly and uncompromising methods, which put her in stark contrast with Batman's rules. Although Batman always sought to curb her violent methods, Huntress eventually became a reliable ally and a core member of the Birds of Prey team alongside Oracle and Black Canary. Huntress represents crime and redemption in Gotham and shows that violence can stem from deep pain and revenge, but can ultimately be guided towards justice.
Batgirl. Cassandra Kane, the daughter of the notorious assassins Shiva and David Kane, is considered one of the strongest and most flawless hand-to-hand fighters in the entire DC universe. She was raised in complete isolation and silence, trained from childhood to be a biological weapon, and because of this, she never learned to speak, but gained the ability to read an opponent's body language better than anyone else. Cass can essentially predict an enemy's move before they even think it, which makes her virtually unbeatable in combat. She took on the Batgirl identity at one point, and due to her dark past, she represents the hope for redemption that Batman is trying to give her. With her phenomenal martial arts skills and unique moral code, Cassandra is one of the most vital field members of the Bat family.
Signal, Duke Thomas. Duke Thomas, known as Signal, is one of the newest members of the Bat family and plays a very unique role that sets him apart from the others. He is the first Bat family member to operate not only at night but during the day as well, essentially becoming Gotham's official daytime hero. Duke gains special metahuman abilities after being exposed to a mystic fissure. He can uniquely perceive and manipulate how light moves and interacts. Batman trained Duke to utilize his abilities and fight threats that hide in plain sight during the day. Signal represents the hope and brightness of the new generation in Gotham, proving that the night's darkness is no longer the sole territory of heroes. Azrael, Jean-Paul Valley. Jean-Paul Valley, known as Azrael, is one of the strangest yet most important figures in Bat family history, playing a pivotal role in the epic story Nightfall. He was brainwashed from childhood by an ancient group called the Order of St. Dumas to become a religious assassin, Azrael. After Bane broke Batman's back, Bruce Wayne chose Valley as his temporary replacement. Azrael adopted a much harsher and deadlier approach than Batman in this role, and even used completely different armor and gadgets. Although he later left the team to become an independent vigilante, his time served as a major warning to Batman, showing what kind of nightmare Batman's own violence could become if left unchecked. Batwing, Luke Fox. Luke Fox, known as Batwing, is the son of Lucius Fox, the CEO of Wayne Enterprises, and takes the role of the advanced technology specialist and combat engineer in the Bat family. He is an elite mind in engineering, computer science, and mixed martial arts, who designed the powerful Batwing armor using the best of Wayne's technology. Luke replaced the first Batwing, David Zavimbe, at one point, and his abilities are mostly focused on large-scale combat and operations that require flight and high firepower. Batwing represents the pinnacle of technology and the proper use of Wayne Enterprises' resources for Gotham's defense, often collaborating reliably with the other field members of the family. Ace the Bat-Hound, Batman's dog, is a vital and official member of the Bat family whose role goes beyond that of a simple pet. This large dog, often a German Shepherd, was rescued by Batman from a dangerous situation and became a loyal companion.
Ace is not only present in the Batcave, but also assists the team on special missions, possessing his own specialized gear, including a mask and cape for stealth. Due to his powerful sense of smell and unconditional loyalty, he plays a role in tracking and protection. Ace represents the emotional support and simplicity of loyalty amidst all the complex and dark conflicts of the Batman family, and has kept the home's heart warm over the years.
Bluebird. Harper Row, known as Bluebird, is one of the newer and important members of the Bat family, representing the voice of Gotham's working class and marginalized communities. As a talented mechanic and electrician, she initially helped Batman accidentally and then joined the team by designing her own gadgets and specialized suit. Bluebird uses her technical expertise and electrical skills to play a role in technical and field support. With her pragmatic and street-level perspective, she creates a challenge for Batman's complex and sometimes outdated systems. Harper Row symbolizes that Gotham's heroes can emerge from underprivileged backgrounds without inherited wealth and offers a fresh perspective to the family. Now that we've introduced all the important members of this group, let's look at some cool and interesting facts that very few people know about the Bat family and its members. Only one person in Bat family history has operated in 3 different vigilante identities: Stephanie Brown. She played the roles of Spoiler, Robin, and Batgirl at various times, demonstrating her unparalleled tenacity. Batman isn't always the best fighter. Officially in the comics, Cassandra Kane, Batgirl, is recognized as the strongest hand-to-hand combatant in the family due to her ability to read body language, and she can even defeat Batman. Dick Grayson is the only one who spent the most time as Robin in comic history. He is also the only original Robin who temporarily appeared as Batman himself, acting as a mentor to Damian Wayne. Before Tim Drake, in earlier comics, the Red Robin identity was initially given temporarily to Dick Grayson when he was Nightwing and briefly returned to Gotham to assist Batman on a mission. Before Luke Fox, a character named David Zavimbe from Africa was the first person to wear the Batwing armor. He was hired by Batman to conduct global operations, but left the team due to intense ethical disagreements with Batman. He proved Batman needed representatives outside Gotham to tackle global threats. Well, guys, we've seen just how vast and complex the Bat family is. These individuals are not just there to fight, they are essential for preserving Bruce Wayne's mental health and maintaining hope in Gotham City. From Nightwing as the conscience of the team, to Jason Todd as the darkest failure, and Alfred as the heart of the home, each one is a vital piece in the Dark Knight's puzzle. Now it's your turn. Which member of the Bat family do you love the most and why? Do you think Batman should fully integrate another member, like Catwoman or Oracle, into the core family? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next DC Deep Dives. Until the next Deep Analysis, peace out.